All right, so this is a very historic hunt. We got Scotty here, and he is gonna be going on his very first caribou hunt right now. He's been dreaming of this and wants to go. What do you think, Scott?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
Killing the caribou.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got caribou, moose, brown bear, and sheep tags in our pocket. And this is the first journey. We got a good weather window. It's supposed to be getting better all weekend. And we got, old Tex is full of stuff. We got a whole camp. We can go for 2 weeks if we want to. We're just gonna see how long it takes to get done. What do you think, Scott? All right, let's do it.
You know, for the adventurer, there is no place that compares to Alaska. It's sheer magnitude and just the isolation of it. Very few people venture in there, and even fewer get to land. You know, you might fly through and see the vistas, but to land and experience it boots on the ground is just an unreal feeling. And Scott and I, having never been in any of this area before, decided to just burn some gas and fly around for a few days, landing in different places, poking around, checking it out before we decided which place we ended up wanting to hunt. After a few days, we finally landed on a valley that I thought would probably be one to produce some good animals, and we decided to set up our tent and see what we can churn up.
Just gotta make do with the knife.
Am I good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Good morning, Scott. It's the first day we can hunt. You excited?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep last night with all that wind?
It sounded like a bear was trying to get to steal the food.
You know I wouldn't let a bear steal our food. He'd have to wrestle me first. Warming up the tent with the jet boil stove. Still got a plane, so that feels good. And we see a bunch of doll sheep up the drainage. Maybe we can get a sheep or a moose or a bear. There's lots of bear tracks and bear scat. Or a caribou today. It's a beautiful morning. Looking for caribou. Lots of tracks, but no caribou yet. They're down on these bottoms, so we gotta gain some elevation so we can look. All right, where's Scotty at? There we are. All right, Scott, you ready? It's the next day now. It's looking good. It's cold. Looks like good caribou country. Let's caribou tracks down here at the bottom. We just gotta connect with one now. Might be a little bit of a waiting game. We're gonna get up high on this point up ahead of me here. Set up a good glassing station, drink coffee, and watch your caribou all day. Let's see if we see a big bull.
Moving to Alaska has been the longest term dream I've ever had in my life, and it has presented me with this opportunity to have a massive goal that you're working towards year after year. And when I envisioned it, when I wanted to do it from the very outset, this was the kind of country that I had dreamed of hunting. And when you get into new vast landscape like this that you have dreamed of your entire life, for me, I am just overwhelmed by it. I am just totally in awe. I sit there and I stare at it, I glass it all over. I just want to take it in and enjoy it fully. The colors are in full bloom. There's sheds laying all over the place. You're poking around. There's crystal clear rivers flowing out of glaciers. The animals are abundant. It is just absolutely unreal. And to be honest with you, I was in absolute heaven up here to not only get to experience it myself, but to take my boy with me on his first hunt. It's so cool to be able to pass on a legacy like this and a memory like this to your kids and teach them a valuable skill set and just share time with them.
And there's a lot of tracks in here. About time we got into some good stuff. They're here, we just gotta find them. This is way more challenging than I ever thought it could be. Let's find a caribou. Look at that, we're on them now. There's tracks, big bull tracks all around here. They're running these side hills. We got a bull up in there. Holy cow, that is awesome. All right, we got a bull up in there. And Scotty's pumped. Shall we caribou dance?
That's our first caribou.
Okay, let's keep it quiet. Nice. Way up on top of that knob there.
Okay, okay, it was right there. Okay.
Alright, so we got a bull moose right under that scree slope right there. Right about center of your screen. He looks like he could be a shooter. He's 3 miles away. And then we got caribou up in here. So I think we're still gonna make this play. We're gonna go down, go up this draw, take a look at the caribou. Then we can bounce back over this ridge to look at the other side for caribou. And then if we think this moose is good, Scotty wants to go shoot him. How's that, Scotty?
Good, it's perfect temperature.
Good.
What do you mean?
What do you think? You excited?
Yeah.
Who knows what's up here?
Yeah, who knows?
Could be a magnum bull.
Yeah.
It's so pretty out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we got a big frizz in here. Fresh crowberries. Saw this track a little while back. And this reminds me of Colorado right here. This is awesome. I'm gonna take this creek all the way up. Hold on. Did you put a round in?
Oh no. It's not cocking back that.
You gotta turn the scope way down.
Yeah, there.
Okay, put it right on his body.
I need to find him for... Didn't find him.
Oh. You got him. Did you accidentally shoot?
I don't know. Could I go grab him?
Yeah.
And it... I see him.
Hurry up and grab him. Grab him by the neck.
He's still alive, but I'm going to move him out of the brush over here.
Good job, Scotty. We kept pushing up this drainage, and it wasn't long before I came over a little rise and I saw caribou antlers sticking up above the tundra and the scree. We quickly moved into position to see if we could get a shot, but this bull was feeding hard up the hill, so we had to chase after him.
We got a bull right up there. We're gonna cut up this draw right here. Our wind is as terrible as it can get. Hopefully he can't wind us.
If he stops shooting, should I shoot?
No. Let's see where he goes. We can follow him.
Daddy's perfect. I can shoot him.
No, you can't.
Okay, Daddy. Once he goes down, let's go after him.
We're going to, buddy. I don't think he's going anywhere. This bull ended up working up and over the top of the mountain there, and we never were able to catch up with him. So we decided to pivot to our other part of the plan and head over the knob and glass up the moose and see what we could churn up and see if it was worth making a play on.
Thing is a mammoth. Holy cow. All I can see is paddles sticking out of the brush. My hunch is he's low 50s. We'll see. What's that? It's a little guy. It's a cute one.
I want to give it to Cody.
Okay. Hold it up for me.
If you've hunted for any length of time, you know what it's like to have just one of those perfect days where everywhere you go, you're seeing stuff, it's beautiful, you're totally captivated, and this was one of those days. We were seeing everything, including brown bears, and I was just absolutely pumped. We were turning up all sorts of little treasures as we made this stalk on the moose, and honestly, whether we got a moose or got anything for that matter didn't really matter to me. At this point, we were having the time of our lives and enjoying absolutely every second of it.
Could be.
We noticed that this bull was posturing, and we looked around, and at the bottom of your screen, if you look carefully, you can see another big bull down in the willow, looking up at them. These bulls were awesome to watch, and me and Scott just sat there and enjoyed the show all evening.
What do you think of him, Scotty?
He's big.
Do you want to shoot him tonight, or you want to wait till tomorrow?
I don't really have the energy to do it today.
What?
I think that we should do it tomorrow.
You think we should do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
There's another one underneath him, posturing right now. Well, we're leaving those moose for tomorrow. Scott says he wants to go back tonight. We have to cross this river, and our waders are back at the plane. And it's deep and fast. And it's getting late. And they're not giants. So we decided we're going to enjoy the beautiful walk back to camp. Cook us up some ptarmigan that Scott shot. Oh yeah, ptarmigan dance. And get some rest. And if these bulls are here in the morning, well then, we'll take one. If not, we'll just keep hunting. See if something else comes along. So that's a wrap for day whatever it is of hunting. Our moose are right over there behind me. Right under that big fan scree slope. There's two decent bulls, both legal. Got some cheese and Black Forest ham quesadillas going on. Good day, Scott, huh?
Yeah.
Had a couple stalks. Almost got a caribou.
Yeah.
You got a ptarmigan.
Yeah.
That's a good part of the day.
Yeah.
All right, we just got up and that bull is 2 miles closer to us. He's right over here. He's just out of range. We're gonna go sneak over and see if we can't get a shot on him. We gotta cross the river, so we're gonna throw our waders on. It's deep and fast. We'll see how this goes. He's real close. Hopefully he's working his way down this draw. He's working his way down this draw right over here. He's coming down into that flat, so if we can get above him, I think we can get a shot. Getting your waders on? Hurry up, buddy. I gotta hustle. This guy's coming right down over here. Go on. He's coming right down that ridge right there. I gotta go catch him. We know this bull is fighting mad. We were watching him mess with that other bull last night, so I think we're going to use that to our advantage, see if we can't get him nice and close for Scott. We need to get the wind in our favor. It's not in our favor right now. It's blowing down the drainage, so we're making a big hook around him. He was just right up on top of that little bluff.
This bull was on an absolute mission, and no matter how fast we walked directly at him, we could never catch up with him. So I decided that since the wind was blowing down the drainage, we would try and circle around him, and I thought he would probably try and return to where we saw him the night before. And I was hoping if we walked hard enough and fast enough, we'd catch him. After 3 miles of going hard down the river, we busted up into the willow and the brush, and as the fog was starting to clear, I could hear the moose grunting about a few hundred yards away up on the hillside, and after scanning around, we finally located him.
Ooh. Ooh. Do you see him?
Can't find him.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Do you feel like you can make that shot?
I don't.
Oh. Oh.
I can only see his antlers for some reason.
This guy's looking right at him. Do you see him?
You're gonna take the shot.
Hold on, that's not a good shot. Just wait.
Okay, it's safe.
Just wait. Whenever you're ready.
Safety off.
Whenever you're ready, right behind the shoulder.
I need to find him again.
Get on him. You got him. Put one in him.
I hit him.
Yep.
He should be dead.
Just hold on. He's gonna go down right there. Let him be.
Did he just die?
Yeah, he just went down. There you go, Scotty, your first moose.
I hit him on that last shot. I hit him kind of like right there, and I bet I hit him in the heart.
Nice. We shot from right back behind Scotty's head there. I had to crawl forward and snap off brush. We put a game bag on top of the tripod and held it in the air. That's what got this guy stopped. If we wouldn't have done that, he was not stopping. We have no other shooting lanes. You see him? Holy cow, Scotty. Had to come down here and find him. It took us like an hour to find this thing. Holy mackerel, look at the size of that body. So many burgers, so many steaks, so many roasts. Oh wow, he's good, Scott.
I feel like I could use him as like a blanket almost.
He's
Or
huge.
like lay on him almost.
That is a huge moose. Holy cow. Holy bull.
Sit on him.
Don't sit on him, buddy.
He feels so big.
Just respect him.
For feeding
Try and pull his head up out of the brush. I bet you can't move him even. How are you gonna pack this thing out of here?
I don't know.
If you shoot him, you gotta pack him.
Oh, come on.
That was a beast, buddy.
How heavy do you think it is?
All right, quick time out here. This is revolutionary. I have been packing big magnum loads of meat for years, and this is called the Game Shaper. All your loose meat, it turns it into what's like a quarter. It's crazy. All these awesome straps. Brother sent it to me. His name's Jason, and this is, I mean, look at that. You got all sorts of really good mesh here, so it's breathing. You can put anything in there. It shapes it so it's not falling out of your pack. That is next level. That's the first time I've used it. I didn't even watch his instructional video. Well, I guess I watched it a while back, but it is what it is. So I'm not sure that's perfect, but man, it's holding together really good. Oh. Little tenderloin tonight. Scotty's first kill in Alaska. First big game kill in his life is a close to 58 to 60 inch bull moose. Big old heavy brows. Doesn't get any better than that. Now he's gonna have his first meal. We're gonna do this and got a bunch of peppers. Ah, yummy. Try that out. Good. When I'm out here in the wilderness, there's this guy I always think of, and his name was John the Baptist. He lived the same time as Jesus. And this John the Baptist, he lived in the wilderness. Like, we get to come out here and visit the wilderness, and man, it's awesome. And I feel close to the Lord when I'm out here, but John the Baptist lived in the wilderness. His address was the wilderness, and this guy was a strange cat. So John wore nothing but camel hair clothing. He ate locusts and wild honey. But he had this message. He just preached this message out in the middle of the wilderness about the kingdom of God coming and that we needed to change direction in our life. And here's what trips me out about John the Baptist.
2,000 years ago, there was no YouTube, there was no Dish, Direct TV, streaming anything. Like, there was no way to promote yourself and advertise. And here he was out in the middle of nowhere, and people flocked to him. People came out there to listen to this message. And so Jesus comes along, and he's talking to people that had been out with John the Baptist, and he says, what did you go out there to see? What did you go out there to see? Did you go out there to see somebody that was royalty wearing fine clothing? No, those people are in palaces. You don't go out into the wilderness to see somebody dressed all fancy. What did you go out there to see? Somebody that was a reed shaken by the wind? No, I'll tell you who you went out there to see. You went out there to see a prophet. That means somebody that speaks for the Lord, speaks the Lord's word to the people, the truth, the absolute truth, not my truth, not your truth, the truth. That's what you went out there to see. And so what Jesus is challenging them on is he says, look, you had no earthly, worldly reason to go out there and see him. He wasn't a superstar. He didn't have anything for you. There was nothing that you could gain out of it, but there was something in your soul that was drawing you out there to that message, and you wanted to hear it. You needed to hear it. And so you didn't just get in your car and drive out there. No, you walked miles and miles and miles out into the wilderness, packing your clothes with, you're not wearing Crispies or Kennetreks. You're wearing sandals, and you're walking out there in the wilderness to see this guy, to hear this message. And here's what Jesus goes on to say. Then, after you heard it, you walked away and you started to make excuses. You said, oh, he's got a demon. He's a weirdo. He's a whack job. And Jesus challenges us not to excuse away the truth of God. It's like this. It's like there's something in you, just like you wake up one morning, you're like, I got to go to church. You have no idea. There's no reason for you to go to church. You have no reason to go there. You go to church and you hear the preacher preach a word straight out of the Bible, and it just impacts you, and you leave there and your head's spinning. You don't even know what to think. It's like, man, I need to get right with the Lord. Something's tugging at you to go out into the wilderness to connect with the Lord. And then you have this experience and you walk away, and then you're like, because you don't want to change your life, because you don't want to change everything that's happened in your life, you go, oh, you start to make excuses. Well, that preacher, he doesn't understand me. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know what it's like to work 80 hours a week. He's soft-handed. He only works an hour a week. He gets up there and preaches a message. You know what? It's not about the guy preaching the message. It's about the message being preached. And that's what drove people out into the wilderness to see John the Baptist. The message that was being preached was one of reconciliation to God through repentance. Meaning, when we come to the cross, and that's where Jesus went for us. He went to the cross and he died in our place. He took all of our sin, everything that we could ever imagine that would ever separate us from God, all the atrocities in our life, all the shortcomings, all the failures. He took it all upon himself, and he died there. He died in our place so that we could live, we could be reconciled to God. And when we come to the cross, we come to a crossroads in our life. Are we going to keep going the same direction that we've been going, running from God, even though that we can feel it, we know something's wrong? We know that we need something. And here's what I believe right now. I believe that if you're still listening, that's because God is doing something in your heart. You know this message is something that you need to be hearing. You know that you need to get right with the Lord. He's been working on you. That's why you keep watching our videos. That's why you keep listening to the message. And I'm telling you right now, God is wooing you. God is drawing you. God wants a relationship with you. And in God's presence is fullness of joy. And here's the crossroads that we stand at, my friends. You keep going the way that you've been going. Failure, addictions, struggles, incomplete, and just like feeling like this longing in your soul that life has got to be something more than this. You can keep going that direction and never finding what you're looking for, or you can turn to the Lord. This is the crossroads. You can turn to the Lord, and you can go into everlasting joy in the presence of God. You can enjoy him. You can walk with him. You can walk in the purposes that he has for your life. Those who know their God will be strong and carry out great exploits. This is what God has for you. You can keep going your own way. You can go your own way, as Fleetwood Mac says. If God could, he would give you the world, but you can go your own way. Love those lyrics. Don't excuse away what you're hearing right now, what you're feeling right now, what you're sensing in your spirit right now, that hunger. If you don't even know where to get going, we have a resource for you called The First Mile. It'll teach you everything you need to know about where you stand right now with God and where you could be and how to get there. So go over to our website, www.limitlesshunting.com. We also have an app. Here's a QR code for it. On that app, we have the interactive first mile, so you can hyperlink out to everything, super easy, videos, everything you can use. The app also has a verse of the day that comes to you every day to help you just ignite your walk with Jesus. We have the Bible in there. We have all sorts of cool resources. So I want to just challenge you. Don't excuse it away. Don't say, hey, this guy knows nothing about my life. Don't be like, oh, that's good for him, but it's not good for me. Don't excuse it away. You're listening because God is doing something in your life, and I want to challenge you right now. Grab a hold of Jesus. Grab a hold of the life that he has for you. It requires that you turn from where you've been going and you start chasing after Jesus, but it's totally worth it, my friends. Totally worth it. Why are you listening? Why do you keep going out into the wilderness? What's pulling at your heart? Don't excuse it away. That's God. Jesus loves you. He has a plan for your life. Let's get going. Is yours yummy?
Staying warm. Got the stove going. Super nice in here. It's getting late. Reese's down there.
I want to thank you for joining us on this adventure, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed putting it together. We hope you'll tune in with us next time as I catch up with the best caribou I've ever harvested in my entire life on a fun, heart-pounding hunt up in the top of those mountains back there. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you next time. Until then, God bless you, and remember, it doesn't matter what you've done, it only matters what you do now.
All right, load one is down all the way. I actually have another load about 300 yards up, so we probably have 300 pounds of meat down. Scott packed down 25 pounds. Scott, how much do you weigh? 58 is what we weighed you the other day with clothes on. That's a pretty good load. Oh, the weather's starting to just break. We killed him up under that scree patch up there. Long pack.